Ladies and gentlemen, today was officially the last day of Formula One in 2023, so there will be no more action anymore. And yes, today was the last day, and not on Sunday, on race day. For those who are still new to Formula One, um, the following days after the final race of any season, there is a small portion that not many know about because nobody really pays attention to it. But there is a post season, and there's like a 2 day session that the teams do, and they conduct some testing, and it helps them develop the car for the next season for 2024 for now. And but they do this every single year, and they have been doing this for ever since like Formula One has been created. So that's maybe not a crucial part, but it's really helpful for the teams. And I like it personally. Not that I watch it personally, but I still look at the stats, and I look at the laps, and I look at what is the work that's been done, because it's still part of racing. It's still part of any team's process. So I personally take an interest in it, and I think it's interesting, and also gives our reserves drivers the chance to get as many laps as possible, because in the season they barely get the chance to drive. They only drive maybe a few practices, but they don't get the chance to race. They don't get the chance to even do qualifyings, even. So it's a little difficult to be in that position. You really want to get back into racing, but so you really get the car, and you get the chance to really jam the car and take it to the absolute limits and get as many laps as you can. So it's a really good opportunity for any reserve driver, any rookie that is with a successful team. Like I'm thinking about Frédéric Vesti, who got the chance to drive with Mercedes. I'm thinking about Colapinto. I'm thinking about um, I think it was Award with McLaren. But there's so many rookies that took part in the postseason, and postseason testing. And also it has to do with the tires as well, because for those who don't know, Pirelli, they're also bringing a new set of tires, and I think they have a new partnership, so they are testing the tires as well. So Robert Schwartzman, who is our reserve driver, he got about 190 laps, so that's a lot of kilometers that he put on the track. And then Carlos Sainz also put on about about 140 laps, and Charles Leclerc only put on about 70 laps. So definitely interesting. So now today was the last day officially of Formula One in 2023. Now it's all wraps, no more action. Now that's where officially it comes under wraps. Now we wrap up officially the 2023 F1 season, and now we all wish that our racers, they they take this vacation and get themselves mentally and physically ready for next season, but also spend time with their families, because they are away from their families. And we all forget that Formula One. You're going all across the world. You're going to Canada, you're going to United States, then you're going to Brazil, going to Mexico. You're going all across the world, and many times they can't come back home just like that, right? Because also the calendars, sometimes there's so many back to backs. So it is difficult. It's difficult. So now they have the time to finally go back home, relax, and if they want to do racing, that's up to them. I know Fernando Alonso, he's always doing karting. Lando Norris, I think, as well, he's always doing karting as well, and Charles Leclerc. So I respect their grind. If racing is part of their life, and they really want to do or die for racing, I mean, that's what they're made of. And Max Verstappen, for example, he doesn't know anything else but racing. It's part of his DNA. It's part of his blood, and I really respect them for that. They're really dedicated people. But if they want to spend time with their families, there's no issue with that. So enough said. I just want to get into it. I just want to make this video. This will be my last Formula One video for this year, unless if there's any like news that pops out of Ferrari, then I'll obviously I'll make a video about it and putting my reaction on it. But for now, I think this will be, if there is no news. Indeed, this will be my last video of 2023 regarding Formula One. And also, I want to also cite that, after that I'll be strictly be focused on Zenit. I'll be strictly focused on football. So if you truly want to tune in, if you truly want to show me love and support, you can always watch my videos. But if you're truly there for Formula One, there's no issue as well. So I'll see you next year, I suppose. So but if you still want to watch me, you're more welcome to. So I would truly personally appreciate that. So I'll just real quick try my best to quickly wrap up and talk about everything that happened this season, the magical moment, the despairs, the terrible moments, the bad moments, everything. I'll talk about everything about Ferrari, our performances, and what to expect for 2024 real quick. Before I start my reaction, I want to personally congratulate Franz Tost on an incredible career. He has officially retired for 10 years straight. He has been working for Formula One. 10-year career and plus. What a career he had as a team principal. And he also brought into Formula One some big names. I'm thinking about four-time world champion Sebastian Vettel. He gave him a chance. And then he also mentored a very, very underrated racer in Daniel Ricciardo when they were Toro Rosso, and now in Alpha Tauri. They were still working together this year, and they got the chance to work for a full year. And then he also worked with and mentored a big legend, Max Verstappen, three-time world champion, who has taken Formula One by absolute storm and is absolutely dominating. Franz Tost has played a pivotal role in his career and really mentored Verstappen. So he is still a big figure, and losing him is still sad. Sad to see him retire, but I think he retired in his best possible way. He retired, if he felt like that his time was up. I have the greatest of respect for Franz Tost and his career, for what he has done for Formula One, and how many legends he has mentored, and just want to wish him the absolute best. It will be sad to see him leave. What a career that he has, and just want to wish him the absolute best into his retirement. I do hope that he enjoys his retirement. Now I also want to thank you guys for following me during all this season. So I'll just talk about a few things. I'll start with the racers. I am personally not worried about our racers. Charles Leclerc has one more year on his contract left, so he is signed until 2024. And the same goes for Carlos Sainz, who also has one more year left on his contract. So both of our racers are locked. They are locked for next season, and I don't really have to worry about them. Ferrari fans, the Tifosis, we don't have to worry about losing one or both of our racers. The only way we could possibly lose, one of them would be if Frédéric Vasseur says, I wanna get rid of one of them, or I want to terminate one of their contracts. That could be a possibility, but I don't even think that's even under questions, because I strictly believe that we have the best deal on the grid in Formula One. I know it's debatable, but I strongly believe. I'm not trying to be biased here, but having Carlos Sainz and Leclerc, this duoship is just the best. It's better than anybody. I mean, I know Red Bull, but it's all about Verstappen in Red Bull. I mean, Mercedes, it's all about Hamilton. In McLaren, I know Piastri has looked very promising this season, but it's still Lando Norris's team, and then the other teams like like Haas and Williams. Williams is like 90% all about Alex Albon. So we do have the best deal, and we have proven it. In qualifyings, in the races, literally the domination were 51% for Charles Leclerc and 49% for Carlos Sainz. So that's domination. That's a really good deal and just really fair. And both of our racers are super talented. And Sainz even won a race for us this season. So we had some magical moments with them, and keeping both of them for next season will be very crucial, and it will be very good for us, and we don't have to worry about finding another good racer. And now we can just stay relaxed for another year for 2024 and just focus on building a rocket ship, focus on building a new car, and work on the SF 2024. So there's no worries for our racers. They both have 1 year left on their contract, so there's no worries there. And even let us say for example, Charles Leclerc, he has been signed long term, so he has been with us. I think it was in 2018, if I'm not wrong. So he signed a 6 year contract. So that was like in Ferrari's history. That's like I think the longest contract that Ferrari ever given. So we really do trust and believe in Charles Leclerc, and now his contract will be coming to an end in 2024, like I said. And I think Carlos Sainz came in, I think, in 2019 or 2020, so he's more recent. But still, what Sainz has done for Ferrari, it's massive, and we are personally really thankful for Sainz. So regarding our racers, it still will be a very crucial year for us and for them both. It's do or die next year. We have a lot on the line, and there's nothing to be. We can't sit. We have to work. We really have to work. Next year will be extremely crucial. It will be either, and it will be even crucial for guys like Leclerc and Sainz. Their spots are not guaranteed. Now we're gonna have to take a very big decision. So that's why, because now if let's say Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz really struggle next year, then a lot of questions will be asked. Is Sainz the right man? Should we let him go, or should we invest in a younger racer? Should we go for Ollie Behrman, or should we go for Dino Beganovic? So we have so many talented racers in our academy. So a lot of questions will be asked, and both Leclerc and Sainz know. And also, Sainz will be turning 30 next year, and Charles Leclerc will be turning 27. So there's also an age factor that will be coming into play. So we all know the Tifosis and the Ferrari fans. We all know how crucial next year will be for us, and there's do or die. Honestly, for Leclerc and Sainz, it's do or die. It's their contract season. That's how I call it, because it's like, you gotta fight for a contract. So racing wise, I mean, contract wise, they are gonna be coming back for sure, but they have no time to relax. They have to put all their best performances in 2024, and I'm excited because we're gonna see a different side of Leclerc. We're gonna see a different side of Sainz, because they will be truly hungry and they will be motivated for that contract, and they will do everything to be re-signed by Ferrari, and not giving them 1 second to ask themselves if that's the best decision they take. They're trying to say to Ferrari, listen, you gotta resign us. You gotta give us a new contract. We are the best on the market. We will be your best choices. So that's what Sainz and Leclerc, that's the mentality they are coming with. But I still, like I said, I believe 100% we have the best deal on the grid, and it's not even up for debate. Some might say different. They might say I'm biased, but I think we can all agree that Sainz and Leclerc, that's an amazing, amazing dynamic duo right there. Now, there was also the first year of a team principal. We had Mattia Binotto for, 2 years ish. Then we brought on from Alfa Romeo, Frédéric Vasseur, and it was his first year. And honestly, he did a really fantastic job. And I'm personally happy. I know a lot, like we started our season really, really, really horribly. But that's because I think a lot of people forget that the car that we started with, that was 100% designed by Binotto, because Frédéric Vasseur, he came into the season very, very late. He signed with Ferrari very late, and the car was already built. Binotto had already built the car, and then Ferrari were just like, like, we're not gonna sign you anymore. So that's when Binotto resigned from his position, and then that's when Vasseur came in. But the car was already made, so all season long until the last race in Abu Dhabi a few days ago, that was a Binotto's car. Obviously, we had some upgrades in Barcelona, but that was still a fully built Binotto's car. So next season, 2024, another very exciting thing. That's where we'll see what Vasseur's true potential is like. Because now this will be the first true, natural, clean season for Vasseur, because he will have the opportunity, alongside with his engineers, alongside with his whole team and his mechanics, and all the team, all the Ferrari, to go back to Maranello and to work on the SF24, and fully from scratch to build a new car, and that will be a Vasseur built car. So now we will see what Vasseur's true potential is like. Is he gonna bring Ferrari into where it was, into his greatness, or will he make Ferrari, bring it back to the same old mediocre Ferrari as we are for the last, 15, 16 years, So it will be really crucial for Vasseur as well. He needs to come off with confidence. He needs to show Ferrari fans and give us hope, because, we haven't won a championship in so long, and we came so close last year, and we completely choked, and a lot of false hope. Last season was just horrible. It was just horrible mentally for us Ferrari fans. It was just a season that I want to forget. So 2023 wasn't that bad, but still, he needs to come off strong. So team principal wise, needs to step up really big. Vasseur needs to step up. Racer wise, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, they're going to come off very hungry. It's their contract season. So 2024 for Ferrari, all the Ferrari fans that are watching my video right now, crucial year, very, very important year. And I don't know if you guys know how intense it will be. A lot of things are on the line. So if you're a Ferrari fan, be excited. I know it could be heartbreaking. Maybe it'll go horribly wrong. We don't know. But it's a very important year. It's a very, very crucial year. I don't know how much I can say it, but it's going to be extremely, extremely crucial for Ferrari to put on a performance in 2024. It's do or die in 2024. That's the best way I can describe for us, and I'm excited. I love taking risks. I'm a risk taker, and I'm excited to see what Vasseur and Sainz and Leclerc will do next year. So I have stress, I am nervous, but I'm also really excited, because I love a team that's hungry. I love a team that wants it bad, and I can see that Ferrari really wants to do change. And let's see what 2024 has for us. Also, another addition was that Laurent Mekies, I think he was our strategist. He got replaced in mid-season by Raven Jan, and then there's also Diego Loverno that also came in the strategies team. So that's two big changes for us, because Mekies was terrible in calling strategies, and the way he made his game plans were just horrible. His race planning was just terrible, and he gave us a very, very hard time. Nobody liked Mickey's after that. I mean, we all wish him the best, as a human being, as a person, as an individual. We respect him, but as a man in this position, He had no responsibility. He didn't take care of his job. He didn't do his job. And the best way for him was to be replaced. We had to get rid of him. So Laurent Mekies, I think we replaced him by Raven Jen. And then we also brought in as a reinforcement Diego Loverno. I think who has done a decent job, but he's still new, So we promoted him. Actually, Loverno was already working for us. We just promoted him to head. I think he's a sporting director, if I'm not wrong. So now both of them, Raven Jan and Diego Laverno, they also have a crucial year next season. They also have, it will be their first full year as well. So now we will see what their true potential is gonna be like. So all the team, basically, all the team is brand new. We changed the car, we changed the team, we changed the staff. So 2024, that's where things will start. That's why I keep saying do or die, because that's where everybody's first full season will start. So very, very exciting for us, and let's just see what happens. And honestly, like, it's gonna be really exciting. I have a lot of excitement. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for next season to start. I mean, there's like about 2 or 3 months now that there'll be no Formula One, but I'm excited. Now I'll be able to focus on football and just keep my head off of Formula One for a bit and just get myself ready for Formula One. But I'm really excited, and I really do hope that we work really hard in Maranello, because if we choke next year, man, I think, man, I'll be so disappointed. Like I'll be so disappointed. Like I'll honestly be like, Ferrari will break my heart, but I am extremely loyal to Ferrari. Like I'm never gonna quit on this team, but I'll be extremely heartbroken. So now, lastly, I'll just real quick talk about the season in Bahrain. When we came in, it was horrible. A lot of unfinished races. The engine was failing. I thought, honestly, like when the season started in Bahrain, I thought we were gonna fail. I thought it was gonna be a horrible season. I definitely thought that we were gonna do really bad, because Sainz and Leclerc were having a lot of hard time. They had no confidence in the car, and all the way till Australia, struggles, engine failures, tire failures, car failures. Everything was going badly for us, and it just felt like we were gonna be basically at the bottom. I just felt like we were gonna sink, and it was gonna be even worse than 2022. And then in Australia, obviously with the FIA, they took a bad decision, and I'm still pissed off. I mean, let's say I forgot about it, but I'm just like, I'm still pissed off about that, because that was supposed to be our first podium. Sainz was supposed to get that podium, but because of the unprofessionalism by the FIA, the horrible decision that they took, they cost us our podium, and then we got a podium like much later. We still ended up getting a podium, but we're supposed to get that podium in Australia regardless. That's a horrible decision by FIA. They screwed us over, and Sainz was supposed to get our first podium of the season, but let's just keep things aside. I won't spend much more time talking about that. I already made a video on Australia GP a few months ago, so my full reaction is in it anyways. So after that, we brought in some big upgrades in Barcelona, and that's where things really started off. I think our first, proper form. I mean, we saw potential in Australia, like I said, and then in Barcelona, that's where things really took off. That's where we see, okay, now we have hope. Like Ferrari started to look better, because from Bahrain to Australia, it looked like like we looked terrible. We basically looked like a sinking ship. And then we came in Barcelona, brought in some big, huge upgrades, and then our form just we went from being a sinking ship to being contending with Red Bull, and then McLaren. McLaren took off like much later on, but we were competing with Aston Martin, Red Bull, and then Mercedes. We started being competitive for P2, P1s. Obviously Verstappen was just dominant, but I'm just saying, like, we started competing for P2s, P3s, and for podiums, and we started bringing so much hope, and we started being so competitive, and we definitely took off, uh, and Ferrari fans started feeling a sense of belief. I personally felt like I felt really good. I felt really excited. I'm like, holy, these upgrades are working slowly but surely. But there's still a lot of Ferrari fans that were hating on us, that were saying, oh no, we're not gonna do it. So it's gonna be the same thing over and again. Which, I mean, in reality it is, but it's such a strong finish to our season, though. Like in Abu Dhabi, you look at Abu Dhabi from Bahrain to Abu Dhabi. What an improvement that is! What an improvement! It went from like from being a sinking ship to like a rocket ship almost. Almost. I'm not saying it's a rocket ship. We had a lot of struggles in that car. That car, the SF-23, is absolute shit. We should get rid of the car. But that improvement is major. It's major. Like the upgrades that we took on in Barcelona, massive, massive. And then in Monza, that's where we finally showed our true potential. That's where from Monza all the way to Abu Dhabi, we were on a roll. We started being competitive, and we started catching Mercedes back. And then obviously we lost to Mercedes this season by like 3 points. It's so crushing. Like Sainz had a did not finish, and it blew my head, because all the Sainz we need to do is get some few points, and then we would have beat Mercedes. But anyways, I mean, we had a strong fight, and I'm still really ambitious for next season. I'm still really happy, and I'm proud of what Ferrari has done, and I'm proud of what Sainz and Leclerc has done. They were really confident in the second half of the season, and the confidence that they showed, and the comeback they had made is it's fantastic in my eyes. And I'm really excited for what's gonna come next season for us. And also, I think in the strategy calling, like, once again, I think we got screwed again, and we have to work on the game plan, like the race plans, because they still need a lot of work. And if we have to fire the strategist, it's gonna have to be done, because our strategies have not improved, and still, time in, time out, we still have issues with Charles Leclerc and Sainz making the calls. And it's be the other way around. We have a team. We should be telling Charles Leclerc and Sainz what to do, not the other way around. Many times it happened where Carlos Sainz had to say, "No, I don't want to do a pit stop." It's just too, like, I'm under pressure. I'm gonna lose my podium or the race, and it just, like, it feels like our team, like, there's certain members are so unprofessional, and our race plans are just horrible. So it definitely lost a lot of work. This is like my last point of this video. Just the strategist, they either need to be worked on, or they need to be fired. Like, I don't know. I believe in Vasseur. I believe in his calls. So whatever decision that he takes, I strongly, firmly believe in him. But they either need to be fired, or they need a big kick in the ass, because I mean, even till Abu Dhabi, like the calls that they made was just very unprofessional. It felt like, like they weren't even thinking straight. So it's like so unprofessional from them, and we cannot have them next year. Like, next year, there's no chance for mistakes. If it happens, like, one race, like, mistakes can happen, but like, very, very little. Like my tolerance for next year, like the mistakes, it's very, very, very minimal. So I don't want no mistakes next season. So, and then the good fact that I want to say, ending this video off, is by saying that, listen, Verstappen won every single race from Bahrain all the way to Abu Dhabi, by big margins. But for all the Ferrari fans, this is a huge, huge massive fact. I know it doesn't mean anything. I know Verstappen is still on top, but the massive fact that I'm going to tell you right now is that Ferrari and Carlos Sainz are the only team to have beaten Red Bull. So we are the only team to have gotten P1 this season. So that's huge. That's huge, and that's a Red Bull who are on top of the world right now. They have a rocket ship of a car, and they have like the most dominant team like we have seen in the last, like, what, decades. They're hyper dominant. They made no mistakes this season. It's insane. Like, they made no mistakes this season. Obviously Checo struggled a bit, but Verstappen, no mistakes. Like, it's insane. But Science and Ferrari are the only team this season to have beat Red Bull and have gotten a win and snatching a win away. I know it's one, but still, it's still a big fact. And Charles Leclerc, I don't want to take away any how do we say, any accomplishment for Charles Leclerc as well. Charles Leclerc is also the only racer in this season to have overtaken a Red Bull. So both of our lads, both of our racers, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, have some big accomplishment that they made. You know, they're the only team. We're the only team. We have the only racers that have been able to compete with Red Bull. Not even Mercedes could have done that. Not even McLaren could have done that. You know, that's some huge facts that I'm laying right here. Even though I know this probably minimally, it doesn't mean anything, but for me it means anything because it feels like there's still hope. It feels like in the next year or two we're gonna be able to be head to head with Red Bull. You know, now we just have to stay focused and just work up, not down. You know, we have to stay and improve and just take off, you know. And respect to Mercedes for a good fight, but I still believe that that even this year, and I mean last year we beat Mercedes in Abu Dhabi, but this year it was supposed to be our win as well. I still think we had a way better season than Mercedes. I think this year we owned them. I mean, Mercedes, me honestly, I'm not a big fan of Mercedes. The only thing I like about Mercedes is their jackets and their merch and Toto Wolff. I have a lot of respect for Toto Wolff, but George Russell and Lewis Hamilton, I mean, Mercedes just as a whole, nah. I'm all about Ferrari. I'm loyal to Ferrari, day in, day out. Like, there's no other team that I'm loyal to. Like, my loyalty belongs to Ferrari. So I thank you all. I know it's a long video. It's probably gonna hit like 30 minutes. But I know it's a season review. There's so much stuff that I want to talk about in this video. So grazie a tutti, grazie to all of you for following me through all of the season. And I know if Mercedes fans come at me, man, I don't care. I'm ready for the smoke. I'm ready for the smoke. I know Lewis Hamilton fans would come after me. I know George Russell fans would come after me. I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke. I'm loyal to Ferrari. I'm like the most loyal Ferrari fan there is. One of the most loyal Ferrari fans there is, because I know there's the new trend that started there's people out there, they say like, oh yeah, we are Ferrari fans, but then every time I look at their stories that they're posting like McLaren, Mercedes, Red Bull, like what who are you loyal to? That's not loyalty. You're just a fan. You're not a true you're not loyal to a team. You're basically, you can't even call yourself a Ferrari fan. You could just call yourself like a F1 fan. And I mean, and that's what I think. That's what I think. But I want all the smoke with Red Bull fans. I want all the smoke with Mercedes. I mean, Red Bull fans will probably destroy me because we can't compete with Red Bull fans at the moment. They're untouchable. But I want all the smoke with Mercedes fans. I want all the smoke with Mercedes fans. So. And McLaren fans as well. I want all the smoke with you guys. So, but anyways, it was a good season. And my rating of this season, I would say I would give it I would give it 6, 7 out of 10 ish. I would even say it's 7. I mean, we have a lot to improve. It's not the best of our season, so there's still a lot of things that we have to work on. But I will give it a solid 7 out of 10. My final score on that, it would be 7 out of 10. So so a lot of things to improve on. It will be really, really good. And I think, once again, grazie a tutti, grazie to all of you. I thank you for following me through all this season. It means a lot to me. And I will definitely try to improve my content. And I know, but by the way, a lot of you will say, oh, I posted Max Verstappen. I have respect for Max Verstappen because he's such an old school racer, but I don't respect Red Bull. I'm not a big fan of the team at all. I'm loyal, like I said, to Ferrari, but Verstappen is the only one that I truly respect. That's why I post him on my YouTube channel, because I really hope that one day Max Verstappen comes to Ferrari, it will be really magical for me. It will be really special for me because I'm a fan of Max Verstappen just because of how old school he is, and it's just how like I don't give a shit attitude he got. You know, he doesn't care who you are. He just here to race, and he just here to destroy competition. So that's why I posted Max Verstappen on my channel. So I still want to smoke with Mercedes fans. I still want to smoke with McLaren fans. I still stand by what I say. So, last time, okay. Now I'll end my video for good now. But once again, thank you to all for following me through all this season, and I wish you all a very good vacation. And watching sports. Don't. Sorry, I apologize for that. Don't be don't be depressed because there's no Formula One. I know I'll miss Formula One as well, like the adrenaline, like all the good moments, the magical moments. It was such a it was a good season. It was fun. It was fun. But don't be too depressed. Watching sports, follow different sports. This is your time to follow another sport and just have fun, enjoy yourself, and take care of your mental side as well, because I know it's been really depressing for us Ferrari fans. A lot of heartbreaks that we have been through over the past years. So maybe it's good for us mentally, but just take care of yourself. Don't be too depressed. Formula One will be back very very soon. It's gonna be back in what 2 or 3 months. So just take care of yourselves. And if you're not gonna watch like my football videos, I hope to see you all next season. So I wish you all a very very good year, full of health, full of success, and just decide that I am all rooting for you. Whoever watches my video, I'm probably gonna get like 3-4 views, but I'm happy to do what I'm doing, and I'm really I'm a big fan of football. I'm really a big fan of Formula One, and I love doing content. It doesn't really bother me even if I get like 2 views. I mean, I have gotten 2 views before, and it is what it is. But I really have big belief in God, and like whatever blessing that God has in hand for me, I'm really thankful for it. I know it's a long video, but I wish you all a happy new year, full of success, full of health. Take care, everybody. I thank you all. Happy 2023, and I wish you a very successful 2024. So thank you guys once again. Grazie a tutti. Forza, Forza, Forza Ferrari. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. Bye bye.